start Omkar thrice. Om. Saira. So first children, I would like to ask what we discussed in the previous class about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So Rishika, can you tell me the one difference between physical properties of metals and non-metal? Rishika?
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
metals are sonorous and non-metals are not sonorous.
Very good. Okay. Manu,
Sir,
second,
metals are lustrous,
non-metal.
non-metals are dull.
Very good. Ankush,
Some metals are ductile and non-metals are not ductile.
very good. Ved Shivare,
So we can make the metal at in a big rod, but we cannot change the shape of non-metals with melting them. And metals are good conductor of electricity and heat.
okay, actually you want to say that metals are ductile that can be drawn into wires and non-metals are non-ductile,
Yes, sir.
and you combined one more property कि metals are good conductor of heat and electricity and non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Yes. Any other difference, Samruddhi?
Sir, may I?
Sir, may
Yes,
I?
Metals are
may I?
malleable.
Sir, may I?
Metals are vulnerable.
Sir, may I?
Malleable. Metals are malleable and non-metals are non-malleable. Yes, Satyam.
Sir, may I?
Satyam.
Sir, metals are sonorous
Okay.
and non-metals.
So almost all the properties of physical properties of metals and non-metals. Any left?
Yes,
Shahid?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
Yes.
metals are hard.
Metals
So
are hard. Very good.
So metal
Metals
gets
are metals get
rust easily, sir. Non-metals do not rust.
do not get rusted easily. Okay. And this is it means physical properties. There is no doubt about metals and non-metals. Is very simple. I asked you to go through the chemical properties of metals and non-metals, and as we in previous class already discussed, and you can open your textbook to see the equation, and the first property that you will write in your notebook is reaction with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen. And metals react with oxygen and form metallic oxide. This metallic oxide, when react with water, form hydroxide. Yes, beta? So, in reaction with oxygen, we can say metallic oxides are basic in nature and non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. How can we prove it? I will show you when we react, when we burn a magnesium wire in presence of oxygen. So when it burns, it reacts with oxygen, and what it forms? It forms magnesium oxide. When magnesium oxide, when we add drops of water with magnesium oxide, actually magnesium oxide is ash of magnesium. Magnesium wire जो जलता है उसकी राख होती है, उसकी ash होती है. And when magnesium oxide react with water, it forms magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. And when we use litmus paper to check its nature, we found कि bases change red litmus to blue, and we conclude this with this litmus test कि metallic oxides are basic in nature. And other one example of non-metals, sulfur. When sulfur react with oxygen, it forms sulfur dioxide. SO2 is the formula of sulfur dioxide. And when we add water to sulfur dioxide, it forms sulfurous acid, H2SO3. And this is acid. And you know that acids change blue litmus to red. So with this litmus test, we can check yes, it is acidic or basic. So I am going to show you the reactions. Just see this equation.
Metals and non-metals can be differentiated on account of their physical and chemical properties.
These are very important.
Let's test one of these chemical properties, namely their reaction with water. Metals vary in their reactivities and exhibit different reactions with water.
I just stop it to tell you that I just explain you about reaction with oxygen. In this video, you will first watch reaction with water. As you know that when we put iron piece in water or outside our home and lot of moisture is present, just like in this season of rains, so iron get rusted. Yes, it is. But gold, how gold react with water and how sodium react with water, we'll see.
Some metals like sodium and potassium have dramatic reactions with water.
This is the reaction of sodium with water. Sodium is highly reactive. So we cannot keep it in water. It will react with water. And when we go to laboratory, you can see in this picture, there is a tongs. We have to hold the sodium piece with the help of tongs. We should not touch the sodium with our hands without any safety gloves because our hands may be wet. And when we touch the sodium piece, sodium can react with water that is present on our hand, on palms, and it will give us a burning sensation.
When sodium metal is gently dropped in cold water using a pair of tongs,
Just see.
it reacts vigorously, skittering over the surface of the water. Bubbles of hydrogen gas are liberated while sodium hydroxide solution is formed in the beaker. Cover the beaker after adding sodium. This will prevent it from exploding out of the beaker and cause damage.
Which gas is coming out from this reaction?
Hydrogen gas.
Hydrogen gas.
Okay. I will tell you after this activity how can we check the escape gas is hydrogen. There is a simple test to check it. I will come to this point later.
Also, avoid adding large pieces of sodium to the water, as it will result in a larger explosion. On the other hand, metals like iron react very mildly with water.
So here are two examples of reaction with water. The first one is about the sodium. When sodium reacts with water, it burns, it reacts vigorously, and it releases hydrogen gas. It means reaction of sodium with water is very fast. But reaction of water with iron is slowly. We can see gradually the rust formed on iron when iron piece exposed to moist air for longer time. हमारे घर के बाहर गेट पर, if there is iron gate in our lawn and it is not polished, so slowly it get rusted. ये नहीं कि एक रात में उसमें rust लग जाएगी. It will take time because its reaction with water is very slow.
Iron reacts with atmospheric oxygen and moisture to form a coating of its oxide.
Fe2O3.
This oxide is commonly known as rust. However, the reaction is very slow and it takes years, if not months, for iron to rust completely.
Mute your mic.
Unlike some other metals,
Gold.
gold doesn't react with water.
Gold doesn't react with water.
That's why it doesn't lose its luster for years. What about non-metals? Do they also react with water? Non-metals usually do not react with water.
So this is the,
When you drop a piece of carbon
okay, let's see.
or sulfur in water, no reaction occurs. In fact, phosphorus, which is highly reactive, is stored in water to prevent its vigorous reaction with atmospheric oxygen. Thus, we can summarize the reactions of metals.
So just now, one reaction should be very clear to all of you. First, I told about the reaction with water. Sorry, reaction with oxygen. Metals react with oxygen and form basic oxides. Non-metals react with oxygen and form acidic oxide. Second point, reaction with water. Some metals react vigorously with water, but some metals not react that much fast, and some metals do not react with water. We are using gold jewelry in our hands and we are working with water many a times, but it does not lose its luster. Gold does not lose its luster because it does not react with water. But commonly we can say that metals react with water, exception sodium. What about the non-metals? They do not react with water. And phosphorus, it is highly reactive, but it does not react with water. So whenever you write the differences, chemical differences between metals and non-metals, make points. The first point, reaction with water. Second point, reaction with oxygen. And you must know which chemical equations are involved in this reaction. Okay, let's see. This is sodium, potassium, calcium vigorously react with water. This is among the metals. Iron, zinc, aluminium, slow reaction. But lead, copper, gold, silver, platinum, there is no reaction. So in the metals, there are some cases. These cases are that all these three metals, sodium, potassium, and calcium, their reaction is very fast, vigorously reacted with this water. But iron, zinc, aluminium, slow reaction. This is very important to understand. And this is a group of metals, they do not react with water. But non-metals, maybe carbon, maybe sulfur, maybe phosphorus, they do not react with water. So this was all about reaction with water. Now see one more thing about the displacement reaction. Before displacement reaction, I would like to tell you one more thing. This is okay.
Have you ever wondered why silver items look dull when exposed to air over a period of time?
This is about reaction with oxygen. Or some metals lose their luster when exposed to air over a period of time.
Have you noticed that aluminium vessels also gradually lose their bright metallic luster?
When we purchase aluminium utensil, it is very bright right now, and after a time becomes very dull.
Metals like silver and aluminium react with oxygen to form metal oxides.
What I just told you, this is a very important equation. Metals react with oxygen and form metallic oxide. This aluminium turns dull, silver also turns dull. And you are very much familiar with the silver. When we use a silver jewelry or any utensils made up of silver, and if we are using it with water, so after a period of time, its luster, its shiny appearance become dull. So it is very important to know about it.
Have you ever seen red hot burning coal? When you burn carbon, a non-metal, in the presence of atmospheric oxygen, it releases a gaseous, non-metallic oxide.
Okay, this is also another equation. This is also very important. This will be the difference, first point difference between metals and non-metals. What is our first point? Reaction with oxygen. This is the symbol of oxygen. O2 is the symbol of oxygen. Metal react with oxygen, form metallic oxide. Non-metal react with oxygen, form non-metallic oxide.
Reactivity of different metals differs, and so do their reactions with oxygen.
Sodium, magnesium,
Take the
copper.
metal to view its reaction with oxygen.
The first one is sodium.
Reactivity of different metals differs, and so do their reactions with oxygen. Click the metal to view its reaction with oxygen. Like metals, the reactivity of different metals differs, and so do their reactions with oxygen. Click the metal to view its reaction with oxygen. Sodium is a highly reactive metal. However,
we already learned that how sodium react with water. Now here reaction of metal means sodium with oxygen. In this picture, you can see this is pair of tongs. This is pieces of sodium. This is deflagrating spoon. Have you seen in the laboratory beta last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is burner, and this burner is called Bunsen burner, and this is oxygen gas jar. Okay, beta?
Sir,
Yes.
so what is oxygen gas jar, sir? Inside
Simple.
it, what is?
It means it is empty, but it contains oxygen. We can fill pure oxygen or air. There is no problem.
its reaction with oxygen at room temperature is rather slow. Sodium, when heated, burns with a bright yellowish orange flame.
Close the lid.
Insert the burning sodium in a gas jar containing oxygen for a while.
Yes, anybody can tell me when sodium react with oxygen, which product is formed here? Aniket?
So sodium oxide.
Very good, Akhil. It is sodium oxide.
Sodium burns more brightly, releasing a lot of heat, leaving behind a white hygroscopic powder of sodium oxide.
This is that equation. You can
Sodium
see.
is a highly reactive metal. Yellowish leaving behind a white hygroscopic powder of sodium oxide.
So this is sodium oxide. Sodium plus oxygen. Symbol of sodium Na. You can see N is capital, A is small. O2 and sodium oxide Na2O. Be careful while writing chemical equation. You can write only sodium plus oxygen becomes sodium oxide. If you are interested to know the symbols and make this habit to learn symbols also. Is it clear? Now another metal. This is quite
When
interesting.
magnesium is ignited,
Magnesium. How magnesium burns with oxygen.
and placed in a gas jar containing oxygen.
Just see, this is spatula, magnesium, and I would like to show again. This is deflagrating spoon. This is burner, and again oxygen.
Is ignited and placed in a gas jar containing oxygen.
It burns with a flame.
Rapidly, showering brilliant white sparks and releasing a lot of heat.
Lot of heat release.
The white ash that settles down is magnesium oxide.
So yesterday in previous class I told this magnesium oxide is the ash of magnesium. Magnesium plus oxygen becomes magnesium oxide. You may be quite interesting to know why 2 is in front of magnesium, 2 is here. So whenever we'll meet in the school, I will show you this is balancing chemical equation. So in class 8, there is no need to balance the equation, but if you can learn, it will be much better. So this is the ash of magnesium. It releases
Magnesium
lot of
burns
heat.
with an intense flame. So avoid looking directly at the flame or wear safety goggles to cut off the ultraviolet light.
It burns with a spectacular light. Magnesium finds application in the production of flares and fireworks. During the Deepavali time, we play with fireworks. पटाखे चलाते हैं, फुलझड़ी चलाते हैं, और हमने देखा है कि जैसे एक फुलझड़ी जल रही है यहाँ पर, बहुत स्पार्क निकलता है इसमें से, चिंगारियां निकलती हैं. So when magnesium burn, it produces tremendous amount of light. And because it contains harmful radiation in it, that's why it is advisable not to see directly to the burning of magnesium wire in the laboratory. Now next is copper.
Copper usually does not burn in oxygen. However, when it is heated, it gives out a blue-green flame. When the copper is transferred to a gas jar containing oxygen, it gets coated with a black powder. This black coating is cupric oxide.
Cupric oxide. This is copper oxide. It means all the metals when react with oxygen form oxide of carbon. Okay. Now
The reactivities of non-metals also vary. Click the non-metal to view its reaction with oxygen.
after this I will explain you. Yes.
The combustion of carbon and oxygen is a slow reaction. Generally, carbon doesn't burn by itself. However, when heated on a burner, it starts to glow slightly.
This is reaction of
If
carbon,
we introduce
non-metals.
it in a jar containing pure oxygen, it would glow red hot, producing colorless carbon dioxide.
This is carbon dioxide. You are very much familiar with this term, carbon dioxide. C is the symbol of carbon, O2 is the oxygen, it becomes carbon dioxide. And it is colorless gas.
Gas.
Then sulfur,
Sulfur is a yellowish,
very interesting.
soft solid. When you heat it in a deflagrating spoon, it starts melting and becomes ruby red in color.
Which gas form?
Burning sulfur, when it
Yes, Palak. Palak is
Sulfur dioxide.
Sulfur
Sulfur
dioxide.
dioxide.
Sulfur dioxide.
Introduced in an oxygen jar gives an intense blue flame. It also produces colorless sulfur dioxide gas which has a suffocating odor.
Suffocating odor. इसकी खुशबू, इसकी जो स्मेल आती है उससे हमको suffocation होता है.
Use only a small amount of sulfur powder to carry out this experiment.
To conduct this
The sulfur
experiment,
dioxide gas
we have to use very small amount because sulfur dioxide gas is toxic. Its inhaling can lead to asthma attack. So be careful. And red phosphorus.
When red phosphorus is heated in a deflagrating spoon and added to the oxygen gas jar, it instantly reacts with atmospheric oxygen and produces white fumes.
Yes.
These white vapors eventually fall down like flakes of snow and form a highly hygroscopic powder of phosphorus pentoxide.
Pentaoxide, phosphorus pentoxide, oxide of phosphorus.
Sir,
We have observed some
Yes.
sir,
One
what
minute.
is the
1 minute, Peter. Yes, tell me.
what is the meaning of pentoxide?
Who asked this question? Chahit. Actually, mono means 1, di means 2, tri means 3, octa means 4, penta means 5. Okay, so there is no need to learn right now, but okay, till now you are very much, it is very clear that when metals and non-metals react with oxygen, what happens. We already discussed when metals and non-metals react with water. Equation must be in your notebook, beta, and better to make this habit to write chemical equation as well as equation in word, that we call it word equation. But for your betterment, I am advising you to start learning symbols with their name. Calcium Ca. Gradually you will learn. Okay, there is no problem. You can't learn within a day. Is it clear? So it is very important. Okay, now one more thing. This is
of the spectacular reactions of metals and non-metals with oxygen.
what I explained, how metallic oxides are basic in nature, how non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. This is reaction. Watch it
One
carefully.
more thing we need to test is the nature of their respective oxides. We have aqueous solutions of a metallic and non-metallic oxide. Let's test them with blue and red litmus paper.
This is sodium oxide. It means it is metallic oxide. This is carbon dioxide. It means non-metallic oxide. Can anybody tell me aqueous solution means? No one? Pranav? Akhil? Akhil?
No, sir, don't know.
It means solution in water. Understood, beta? This is the meaning of aqueous solution.
For metallic oxides, we find that a red litmus paper turns blue, whereas a blue litmus doesn't change color. This indicates that metallic
oxides are basic in nature.
Can you guess how a
Non-metallic
non-metallic oxide would fare in the litmus paper test?
It turns
Red
blue litmus to red.
remains unchanged, while the blue litmus paper turns red in color. Therefore, it signifies that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature.
Non-metallic oxide in air, such as sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, dissolve in water, present in clouds to form acidic solution. When it rains, the acidic solution pours down with it. This is how acid rains form. I will explain you later. in second, third, last chapter of the syllabus about the acid rain.
Let's summarize what we have learned so far.
This is the summary what you learned. Just elements: sodium, magnesium, copper, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus. Color of the flame, yellowish orange, all these are given here. And nature of the oxide, and finally this is the conclusion: metals react with oxygen to form oxides, and metallic oxide are basic, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Is it clear to all? Any doubt to anyone? You can ask me. What we learned: reaction with oxygen, reaction of metals and non-metals with oxygen, their reaction with water, reaction of metals and non-metals with water. Any doubt to any child? Tell me.
No, sir.
Anybody? Satyam, any doubt?
No, sir.
Are you making notebooks of these chapters?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Vedanti?
Yes, sir.
What I told? मैंने क्या बोला वेदांती अभी? हमने दो रिएक्शंस पढ़ी हैं. Just tell me about these two reactions. Vedanti. Vedanti, open your video camera. Vedanti, unmute your mic. This is a class. This is not, we are not making fun. Prakhar? Prakhar Modi.
Yes, sir.
Which two reactions we discussed?
Sir, reaction with sir oxygen
And
sir reaction with water.
so, which oxide, metallic oxide or non-metallic oxides are basic in nature?
So may I?
Yes,
may I?
wait.
Sir, metallic.
Metallic oxides are basic in nature. Okay. So, Vedanti left the meeting when I asked some questions. Sarvagya? Sarvagya Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
बेटा क्लास में हो ना?
Yes, sir.
साहिल खान?
Yes, sir.
जो बताया वो समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
निनांसा?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now next thing to discuss about we already discussed this one. Now it is just see this video, then I will come to this point, how metals and non-metals react with acids.
In 1986, a road tanker in the UK exploded.
Explosion takes
Later,
place.
investigators found out that the solution of sodium hydroxide and water that the tanker carried reacted with its aluminium balls and produced hydrogen gas. The pressurized hydrogen gas finally burst out of the tanker, causing the explosion. That's why it's important to know.
Listen again, listen again.
Later, investigators found out that the solution of sodium hydroxide and water that the tanker carried reacted with its aluminium balls and produced
Sodium hydroxide and water reacts with aluminium.
hydrogen gas. The pressurized hydrogen gas finally burst out of the tanker, causing the explosion. That's why it's important to know how acids and bases affect substances.
Yes.
Click on each of the buttons to learn how acids and bases react with metals and non-metals.
First discuss about the acids.
Most metals react with acids. In contrast, most non-metals do not react with acids.
Metals react with
Let's see
acids.
how different acids react with magnesium, copper, and carbon. Click the acid to view the reactions.
Metals react with acids, non-metals do not. Hydrochloric acid,
Magnesium
HCl,
reacts with
hydrochloric
dilute
acid.
hydrochloric acid to form a salt, magnesium chloride.
Beta, this is our third point, reaction with acids. And we are talking about metals react with acids. Metal, magnesium wire or magnesium piece, when react with hydrochloric acid, and it forms magnesium chloride.
While liberating hydrogen gas.
And which gas is coming out? Hydrogen.
The instant reaction proves how reactive magnesium is. When a burning splinter is brought close to the flask,
This is the test to check the escape or release gas is hydrogen or not. So what we are doing, from this beaker, the hydrogen vapor is coming out, and this is the burning matchstick. When we bring this burning matchstick flame close to the mouth of the beaker, see what happens.
it explodes with a pop, confirming
Pop
the presence
sound.
of hydrogen gas.
Again, see.
Is brought close to the flask. It explodes with a pop, confirming the presence
This pop sound confirms that released gas is hydrogen.
of hydrogen gas.
So magnesium, this is the equation beta. Magnesium plus hydrochloric acid form magnesium chloride and release hydrogen gas. Symbol of magnesium Mg. HCl is hydrochloric acid. H capital, C capital, L small. And in bracket it is like a aqueous solution. This is magnesium chloride, MgCl2. And this is symbol of hydrogen gas.
Copper doesn't react with hydrochloric acid.
This is copper plus hydrochloric acid, no reaction. Actually, I will come to this point one more time later. But now, just note down this equation, copper plus hydrochloric acid, no reaction.
Carbon doesn't
Carbon.
react with hydrochloric acid.
No reaction.
In fact, non-metals typically do not react with acids. That's
Non-metals do not react with acids.
because to react with the acid, they need to lose electrons and displace hydrogen. But non-metals prefer to gain electrons rather than losing them.
The losing and gaining electrons, oxidation and reduction, we will discuss later. Carbon plus hydrochloric acid, no reaction. So, magnesium react, sodium, potassium, calcium give a highly explosive reaction with acids. Is it clear to all? So, in today's class, we discuss, because chemical reactions are very much important, and reaction with oxygen, reaction with water, and reaction with acids. So whatever we are discussing, you just note down. Your textbook is already with you. You can make notes. Is there any doubt? You can ask me on coming Sunday without any hesitation. Ask your doubt and just try to ask your friends to join the classes, because we don't know when we'll meet in school in a real classroom. But till then, we can't wait. Is it clear to all? Any doubt to any students?
No, sir.
Okay. So thank you very much. Santi Pat. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sairam children. Sairam.